Hello once, be so glad by be there once more as you be were yesterday at the sunset did and are cry praying by those who are belong at the Christmas time and just remember there may be share with your dearly one with wanna not be more close with you with them with no proof in at the Christmas because as you know have longest one who today believe not on Christ and believe not on the Christmas. And it's a great time by just right now put that praying in the hair from others because it's the only host could be great by gift because may you was not any host may you know where today because of the coronavirus anyway no but bears and a praying to others one are so great and could be to take the better gift in the Christmas time because as you know many times are so commonly know award our beloved ones, award our neighbors, award in a the Christmas gift and a postal. No, but they are so much of better in this time share at the price and send journey yesterday by those ones who are more sure your owner. So our time to get started. Remind today have other time we are hoping. No, the lastly bracy maybe were today because at the Hades is that behind a December 10 show hike of an answer but know what's going on in their certification because of wobbly many force believe being at the blue ones, no, at the anointed, but the blue ones, no, we are just ahead by the presidency, but at the word note that is not true, at the word note that is so fake, as you know, no, who me been speaking in the pastly program, there been no more than a more highest fakest that at the history from the whole have been set in there. So right now, what are just in the Supreme Church doing? Anyone know do so? No, but some who are so cleanly and some who are just arriving today at the situation because for example through Pennsylvania at the Hades hike up once more and are great because many were today being just beside those working by the same, those working who are the lawyers and those working who are your proof that a democracy there shall be no loss anyway because as you know have an exercise who are the ones words of the right no because for example as you know if you belong at the universal human rights statement are just spotted dead in the 21 article that anyone shall be suppressed by me get the owner voting to caucus then later no or at the government are just picking up. In other words, every single human being there in other words, words of other chance, words of other right to our picking, to our hooking other one who shall be the owner later. No, and is the right, and anyone in other words shall let them Danny like that. No, who just right now did that the Democrat one without the performs because of the ballot suppression that is no more than there. For example, when they will be for just grasping what shall blame them later, grasping what shall be what they wanna by being with our setting at the new policy, setting at the new song that will come by the homeland, and at the same party plotting, but that not happen because, as you know, in any time, in anywhere, where, for example, poll viewers know this we are watching what's going on in the poll there we are just viewing and have not any others hydrants amongst the transparent, no, no happen no time. Some who are not the history for not the homeland, nowhere seen behind. No, so are obviously the world continue working in there, but here are the highlight here acknowledgement who, for example, there is an abroad oath by the Universal Human Rights Statement. Why? Because as you know, there at the wars, every single human being there in at the age needed and were sought at the right to pick all the honor later and what are just performing at the suppression. Those medium because no were thousand. No were hundreds of thousands, were millions and millions and millions and millions ballot would be not accounted, not alone there with will duplicated, not there alone with being recorded in many times, not them being alone, that being, for example, with the with one with diet behind and just are voting because we're so funny we're not the type in the hearings today. Everyone be allowed in because are so riddle here who have more voters who are just right now in the cemeteries, no, from longer behind are those one we've been dire very longer behind and today are just in the poll, no who they blame like that. Anyone do so and probably at the resurrection from the ends are not just coming right now. So there is at the ballot suppression rather than any other song who did at the same blue words more than the only song we are plotting by then not at the President J. Donald Trump being at the real winning at the ballot suppression coming in a time those ballots being destroyed being broken, many of them were born, many of them being in at the gate, no, many of them being in at the hill because have others witness we are just showing when being in a drive car that when looking around them, oh, what's happened that have thousand ballots, no, and fewer witness because if you have come everyone or all the ballots and don't come here are millions and millions ballots that never been accounted and not been accounted not because of the deadline passed away, be not accounted because in any time at the postal service or be not accounted because anytime they show accounting them or grasping them or worse of at the task by those ballots ongoing at the office by being accounting never happen. In other words, at the postal service never for worse at the ballots by the offices by being accounted no way, no, or never let them in where should to do, or others being at the hill, or others being at the garbage and to do so and are so who are just no more than an ballot suppression and that the ballot suppression is are so who we are not alone amongst the Constitution from the United States. In the other hand, are somewhat with the same universal human rights statement are just carrying and are just crying, being fading. And then words of that the task by punish like that. And then are just viewing who, for example, in the world today, what's going on in the caucus are some who are again no are in any time no conceding anyway because it's a human right in other words should be anyone be broke all or keep far away for there. Why? Because it's what they are working and it's what the others one would be in the working by carrying the universal human rights are protecting in the full world in the full world. So, not alone being there, not alone being there, just damped, no, not alone then raking the same constitution by the Holland, in the other one are telescoped was being created in the universal human rights statement, and are some who most create. Why? Because it's at the ballot suppression. Why? Because it's let know that the force being picking the older leader anyway. So remind, there are just who are opponent there in the program. As you know, have no more time being waiting there, have no more time being keeping there what's will be happen. As you know, for example, if where's other resources building for, will know who California is other from the landis who today are just growing that is not the president who are winning, no, who are there are the winner, no, are they within are picking up, no, and wobbly cool today California being others without enough witness, without enough evidence to let the president Donald Trump or Raider. What are they willing? Because it's not their will, and other landings just there as of owning us more at the boys by not being no more so who should be punished rather than alone, or in the one hand suspend that election or let the real winning ahead by there. No, in whatsoever happened is what the folks needed because it's another justice. But as you know, today California and other states are growing like that. And as you know, have others one with acknowledgement have been treated because are growing today from the world that they are not done at the blue representative shall be at the later, and then today many of them are threatened their life, and many of them being today on jeopardy because they wanna at the justice by the county. But this info will come in at the next program. Bye, Fule. It's no more matters. Thank you so much for being here and joining the program. Be keep there and no loss anytime what's going on there. Thank you so much more and see you later.